This time last summer, my dad sent me off to the old south of France. The day I left, he stood on the front step, saluting my departure like, I don't know, some bloody sergeant major, pair of baggy corduroys and a copy of The Guardian wedged underneath his arm. "Off you go, my son," he yelled. "Today you will walk away a boy and return a man." Except I could barely hear him because he had Haydn's Farewell Symphony booming out of every window. When I got off the plane, the first thing I felt was the heat. Like, it literally smacked me across the face. The stairs burned my feet through my shoes. I strained to see the city in the distance, but I couldn't see a thing. I was shitting myself. Taxi dropped me off at Boulevard Victor Hugo. Now my dad would have been in his element. I could hear his voice in my head. "Did you know, Jude, that without Victor Hugo, I strongly doubt we would have had Dickens?" "Really, Dad, that's fascinating." I felt around for the sandwiches they left for me on the plane, but I'd already eaten them. 23, 24. Holy fuck. It was huge. Wrought iron gates squeaked open. I brought my bag up to this big green door, and the paint was already cracking off it due to the heat. There were old-fashioned shutters and yellow doors, just like in the old Riviera photo album that Dad showed me just before I left. I could hear the old stories now. Fitzgerald, Hemingway and Picasso. When genius was valued, Jude. And the women. Oh, the women. Such beautiful muses with wild eyes and... Oh, what did he say? Oh, aye. Reckless abandon. He sounded as if he was 100 years old and he'd been there himself. Sad act. I breathed in. I knocked on the door. I was shown to my room by this crazy and crooked looking woman with fag breath, and she scowled every time my bag slammed against the stairs. "Pardon?" I whispered weakly, with a stupid grin on my face as if I'd just pissed myself. She growled, "Madame Carl will return later on, little boy. We said dinner." Alright. As much as I wanted to be back in Poynton, my room was pretty fucking cool. The walls were covered in these black and white photos, like scenes you see in old movies, and there was a hat stand right here in the corner, right next to the bookshelf, filled with crusty old novels, and all written in French, of course, and my window, floor to ceiling, old shutters that creaked, and a balcony. Tiny radio and a huge old mirror. It was brilliant. 3 months here might not be so bad. There was the sea and the sun, and there were bound to be women in bikinis. I was an independent man, my own room. I could create quite a life for myself here, become the Riviera gent, look sharp, speak fluent in the language of love, eat well, and get to know the place a bit better. Maybe even make friends with a baker. "Bonjour, Jude." "Bonjour, Pierre. Say, where's that good-looking lady I saw you with last night? She is very beautiful, no?" Pierre, she needs some rest. She'll be down later on, you know, after all the loving.